So hello everyone. Welcome to another session for GameNet. Um, Today we'll be talking about sending messages or how things work when it comes to doing multiplayer. More of like how server and client things work, right? And I'm gonna show you examples on how to do stuff. Um, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do for today. So last time, I taught you guys how to um log in here, whatever, and I also taught you how to do the like changing the transform or changing the or having the rigid body work, no, for both server and client. I taught you that, but um those things are like kind of like they kind of automate the way how server client works, because what you saw was when we moved our object from the client, everyone else was getting updated on where that object was, right? And it's kind of automated, but uh realistically there is behind that is like they're sending messages to the server. The client is sending messages to the server, and then the server tells everyone else, all to all the clients on how on what happened, something, right? So, nah, no, why am I open Notepad? Paint. How things work here. So let's say we have let's go to circle, our server here. This is our server. Yeah, and then when people try to connect to the server, they're called the clients. Client. Okay, so they're connected. They're connected to the server through the maybe IP address or yeah, usually IP address, right? So they're connected. But the thing is, if I do something here, if I do an action here in the server, let's say I say I just do debug log. No, I just do like debug log here. Debug.log. Oh, what's wrong with my spelling? I do debug log here. It's not gonna go to the server. It will not go to the server. It's just happening here, right? But what if I wanted to tell everyone, all the clients that so let's say these are the all other clients. Let's this client two. Let's also have client three. Just copy paste. What if I want to send a message like I want the score, like the I did something in the client and the score added, right? And I wanted everyone to be updated about it. So here, in when it comes to networking, we don't they're not connected to each other. So this is not what's happening. So this is not how things work. We cannot say that from here, client. I tell client two that something happened. In the not that doesn't work. What happens is we'll have to send that data to the server. Oh, let's go use blue. Let's send that data to the server that score plus plus happened, and then From here, server will send to everyone else that uh that data. So from client to server, and then server to client two, and then to also client three, and all the other clients that that score plus plus happened, right? So same thing if we do like uh what if I want to send a message? I want to send like a chat. I send a message like hello. So I say hello. No, I want to send this hello message. So this hello message, I'll have to send it to the server, and then from the server will tell all the clients that client sent a client one sent a message. Okay, so same thing naman for client two. Maybe client two wants to send a message to everyone. Then again, uh, client two will be like client two sends a message to server, then server sends a message to client. Uh, Sends a message to client three, etc. So okay, so that's how things work. We have to send things to the server, and then from server we tell everyone what happened. All right, so let's do that. Oh wait, does that make sense naman to everyone? So if ano, if this is what happens when you have a server. If you're a host, meaning you're both like the server and like the client, uh well, technically, like this doesn't happen anymore because you're already here. You don't have to send a message to yourself because you're already the you're already the server. Okay, questions? Yes. So that's how, another example siguro like when you go to um does everyone here play Valorant or if not Valorant, what other multiplayer games before League League of Legends? Well, League of Legends. So yeah, let's go with League of Legends. That's why we have the ping and everything, right? You have MS, either your 30 ms or 90 milliseconds. It's because your connection to the server. When you do like a skill, the that action that of casting a skill, it has to be sent to the server first, and then server sends it to everyone that this is what happened. That's why it you have those those ping. It's the time it takes for the server to get your to get your data. Yeah, the faster your internet, the faster you can serve you can send your data, and then ayun. So not only that, plus yung asan yung server. If the server is literally like, physically far, so maybe it's not within you or within the country, but maybe outside of the country, then dagdag pa yun. That's why if you try to play, you can't play games for to. I mean, you can't play smoothly when you like play maybe for in NA region, no NA or you what are the other regions? Basta yun, because they're physically far. It takes time. It takes time for that to get your data. HK server. Ayun. All right. Uh, ano pa ba? Another thing is like in Valorant. I keep going to Valorant. Let's go with first person shooter. Sometimes in your like in your screen you already shot the bullet, but and for everyone else you didn't, or for everyone else it took you a bit more time. What happens is in your computer you shot it, but it's still sending the that data that you shot to the server, and then the server sends it to everyone else. Oh, yeah, maybe for you you already did it, but everyone else you haven't done it yet. Okay, so anyway, we try to do that. So let's go to player. Let's go. What's a good? Let's try sending messages. Message handler. Okay, message handler. Let's make it to network. Oh, using mirror. Then we change it to network behavior. B. Oh my god. Behavior. Okay. So for start, let's just do debug.log. Debug.log. Hello world. I don't know. Let's do it when we press a button. We update. Let's say, will this be recorded? Yes, it is recorded. Again, if you remember our code before, is local player, no? If it is not local player, we just return it. If it's not, if input dot get key down, key code dot space. And then debug.log. Debug.log. Hello world. When I press space. Let's make it more, no? Let's make it more so we can see who said it. So hello world, and then we can do, what is this? Connect ID. Oh, what do we have here? Connection ID. Connection ID. Connection to ID. Uh, hold on. I'm trying to remember ID. Is client? Nope, 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 nope. Is it? Is it network? Wait. Connection ID. Connection to, yeah. Identity. Pwede. Sure. Mm, that scene. No, it's not here. I'm looking for connection ID. Hold on. Let's go bring up mirror. Mirror. Let's go check the API ID. Identity. Hold on. Network behavior. I want ID. ID. Ah, wait. Connection. Connection. connection ID is under network connection. And then how do we get network connection? Network connection we have here. We do connection to server dot connection ID. Hello, connection to server local connection ID. Why are you not showing up? Uh, ooh, weird. You're already in public. Oh, sige. Wag na muna. Let's just say hello world. Okay. Sige. Let's go create the parallel sync. Okay. All right. So we play. Let's go maximize. I host. He joins. I press space. Let's say in the one on the right, I press space. You have hello world. But you'll notice the one on the left side did not get the hello world. If I do, okay, so let's clear this. Oh, this one on the right. If I do hello world, if I press space on the left, hello world, but on the right, he does not get it. Okay, so because that's happening only in the client. So how do we send it to the server? To send it to the server, you need a special macro for this. It's called command. So if you read here, command, call this from a client to run this function on the server. So it's not possible to call this from a server. Okay. So command, and then you must, you can do private. You must have CMD as the prefix of it. CMD, and then let's say send message. And then let's do debug.log. Okay, so if I press space, I will call cmd send message. So we press play, we host, press play here, maximize, join. So on the right is a client, on the left is the host. I press space here, you'll notice on the right does not have any, did not, hello world did not appear, but it's on the left where the hello world appeared. This is because this is the server, the host. If I clear this, I press space. Again, hello world on the left. But on the right, if I press space again, now hello world was called twice. Okay. Now, in order for us to send the message to everyone else, we must use client RPC. So if you see here, this attribute, the server uses a remote procedure call or RPC to run this function on clients. So if you want to use this, it must be done on the server. Okay, you can't do this on a client itself. It's not gonna take it in. It's gonna have some authority problem, meaning you're not authorized to call this to call to call this function on everyone, right? So private void. So in here it's a prefix of RPC. RPC send message. So let's do hello world again. But in here, inside command, let's call RPC send message. Okay, press play, maximize, host, join. Now, on the client, if I press space, you'll notice both of them has now received hello world. If I press space on the left side, on the host, you'll notice hello world was called on a server on for the host, and another hello world was called. So this is what's happening. When a client presses space, he tells the he tells the server this. He tells the server this. The server, it says here it's a client RPC. It will send to everyone this. Okay. So I think if I remember, connection to client is there. There we go. The connection ID. Then we'll see. We'll see who's sending that message. And if I press space here, whoop, because sending a message type causing service sent invalid data. Invalid data is, I'm guessing, this. Hold on. Unpack, transfer data, null reference. We have a null reference. Uh, why? Join. I'm guessing this will work. If I press space here. Oh, it's still null reference. So connection to client is null for the right side. Server's network connection to the ah oh my bad. So what's happening is again this is happening on the client. This connection to client is only available to use when it's on the server. So if you want, let's make this let's put a string here. String message. Put string message. So this is the hello world, and then in here it will be hello world. Oh, sorry, it will be message Oh, we can format this one. Dollar sign, message, con oops, connection to client dot ID message. Alright, I'm just formatting this. And then in here it will be message. Uh-huh. Press play here. Press play here. I host. And then I join. I press space here on the left. 0. Because they are the the client. If I press space here, this is the ID. 390231427. Alright? So that's what's happening. I tell the client tells send a message to the server. This one connection to client, it reads this as the whoever's calls this. In this case, it was the 390 whatever, and then it sends that message to everyone. This wasn't working here because this was happening already on the client, and connection to client is null because this is only available in the server. All right? Questions? Does this make sense? Questions or any clarification on this? None? Okay. So, sige, sige. So with that, how do we create a, let's say, a chat feature? Okay, so let's try to create a chat feature. In order for us to do that, we have to work with the prefab here. We can't really work outside of the prefab because um, no one will own it. It has to be within the prefab because with the prefab we have the network identity, and we'll know, and the game will know that okay, this is owned by the client, etc. etc. So let's do that. Let's go create a canvas. Let's make this 2D so we can see. Let's make this bigger also. Here's our canvas. We do overlay. We can do scale with screen size. What are we working on? 16 by 9. Sige, bala na. Ito na muna. Let's go create the text. Uh, what's a nice one? Ah, here. Child. Let's put a horizontal layout group. Let us make this stick to the left side. Oh, left side here. There we go. Do you guys know how to use anchors? Just asking. Do you want me to teach you guys how to use anchors? Because for the past few terms of um, checking capstones, it's like no one knows. It's like only a few people know how to use anchors. Hey, no shame. There's no shame. It's sometimes they just leave it on center, and uh it messes the okay. Okay. No, that's all right. That's all right. It's okay if you don't know. I don't think there's a specific subject that teaches this though. Okay, anchors. By the word anchor, you're like anchoring something somewhere. So it's here on the canvas. You see that normally it's a transform here, right? But any game object that is a child of that is a child of a canvas is a rect transform. So in here you have position, top, pause Z. Well, in this case, if you do this, it's pause X, pause Y, pause Z. But if we, let's say, anchor it to the left, well, yeah, still pause X, Y, Z. But if you use this ones with a stretch, it'll gonna be pause X, stop, pause Z. So what happens here is if we change our anchor to any, let's say this is on the left now, any X, whatever screen size we're working on, uh, let me put a an image here so everyone can see. Uh, expand, control. Okay. So whatever size of canvas we're working on, wait lang ah. It won't make me, it won't allow me to change. I'll just do it here. So I canvas and then an image. Let's stick that to the left. Wait, let's change the position X. So in here, whatever size of the resolution is, it will stick to the left, right? So it anchors to the left side. If we anchor it here, see, here's the anchor. If we anchor it to the right, here, and then let's move the position. Whatever resolution you're working on, it will always be there. The thing is, if you don't do this, if you only have just center, you'll notice that when you change your resolution size, there's a chance that it's not there anymore, right? For if it's placed on the center, if the object is placed on the center, sure, it's correct. If it's not placed on the center anymore, you're gonna have a problem. All right, especially if you're gonna work with, let's say yung mga for the widescreen. Um, I get the point. It didn't even adjust the Y. Okay, so that's anchoring. What you do is you tell it either you want it to stick it to the left, you want to stick to the right. You can also manually just type it here, but I think it's better. And then if you see here, Shift will set the pivot, Alt will set the position, so you can press both at the same time if you want. So if I hold Alt, it'll move here. If I just do Shift, uh, the pivot or where is it anchored to? Oh, but yeah, uh, there you'll see it's actually also stretching with the screen. Okay, so that's anchor. Questions on anchoring. Medyo out of the topic, but so that you learn how to use this. So if you have a scoreboard or no, not scoreboard, but let's say your health, no, your health, Your health bar, you want it always on the lower left. We anchor it here, bottom left, and then let's say it's down here. And you'll see that no matter how whatever size your screen is, it is also changing. And then if you want to change the scale so that it goes with the how big your screen is, because you'll see that if it's a 4K, masyadong maliit, we can do scale with screen size. With scale with screen size, if I make it to 4K, you'll notice this is right. It is still the same size, no matter how big or small your resolution is. All right. So that is anchoring. Very useful stuff if you're gonna do UI. It may seem small, but it really changes everything, no? Especially when you create a game. Let's say you created a game tapos gumawa kayo ng background. Gumawa kayo ng background. Problema lang is naka-center lang siya. The moment your the player's screen is maybe bigger or smaller, uh, sabagay, naka-on na yung scale with screen size. If we didn't do this, hold on. Check, check, there. The moment you change the screen size, no, ito yung makikita ni player. Nakita niyo yung likod ng yung world. And then, if this was not skybox but a solid color, ito yung makikita nila. And you see how disturbing it is. Okay, so uh, learn how to use canvas. Learn how to use the canvas scaler and um, the anchoring. Okay, questions here? Just out of the topic, but you know what? None. Okay, okay, let's go back. Let's go back to creating the chat. So anchoring to the left, we will have a empty child. This will be the chat message history. Let's call this the message bar. And then let's also add in the place for the input field. What? Well, I don't wonder. Vertical. Okay, what happened here? Yeah. Control the width, control the height, change expand, and then we can control the height of it. There. So for this one, I want a bit big. And here, we can just make it small. I want to expand it. Okay, yeah, my bad. Uh Here, I'm just playing with the numbers here. We can make this a bit bigger. This pala, this will be text. Text. And then I think I want to, there we go. And then so example lang, let's say like Hello World C player. It's up, it's all the way on the upper left. It's also small. Let's put it down here. Let's also increase the font size. Font size maybe 100. Did I scale? Okay. I'm just setting this up lang. Okay. Sige. I think that's okay. Okay. So what we want is when the player presses enter on the input field, it will send a message. That message will be sent to the server. Server updates everyone. And then it will appear on the text. So let's do that. We have to know the this script has to know where to send to put the text now. So it is in the in we need to have a text mesh pro text using TM Pro. Text mesh pro um message history. And then we can make this a serialized field. Serialized field. I'm not sure if you've learned this, but it just puts it out in the in the editor. So we have that one here. Okay, it's not. It's text mesh pro. Text. Oh wait, is it not text mesh pro text? You're not UGI. Uh, no. Hold on. What are you? Text mesh pro. Okay. Yeah, that's the message history, and then uh, when we press enter, it will it will send the message. So how do you do that? We can use this once on end edit or on value changed. Let's just try to use one of these on value changed. Void uh, edit text string text. If is not a local player, return uh, if input dot get key down key code dot enter. No, not key code enter. Enter. What is this? It's not enter. Uh, return. So if we press return, let's call the CMD send message with the text here. And then in here, oh wait, no, in here, instead of debug.log, we will put in the message history. Message history dot text plus equals message. But in this case, let's put a new line. Will this work? Maybe. Let's test it out. Player. Oh no. Message history. No. Input field on value changed. I hope. I hope. I hope this works. In here, message handler. Uh, what do we do? Edit text. Public. Public. Edit text. Hmm, why do we have this? Wait lang ah. Let me just double check lang kung tama ba to. And edit. Okay, okay. Let's just test it out first. If you want, we can make it so that we just enable this when it starts, when the player has control over this. Override what we have here. Start authority. What if your client has authority over on client and host? Let's try this one. We enable because we'll just turn this off at first. Then we just enable it when it starts. So let's have that as well. In here we have a serialized field, and then let's do game object. Game object message bar. Message bar. Message I think message canvas would work more. Let's start client. We're gonna enable this. That set active true. And then if on destroyed, override. Oh no, public. I think private void on destroy. If message bar is not equal null and is local player message bar dot set active false. So anyway, let's try that out first. Host, here it is. I can't even click on it. Uh, event system. We need to have, I think, the event system on the player event system is what I think is missing. That's why I couldn't click on it. Host. There we go. Hello. Nope. Enter did not work. Hello world. Nope. Uh what else we have here? Wait lang, I'm looking for ano. I'm looking for a way to I mean technically if we can have a update. If input dot get key down key code not returned, then we can send this. TMD message. Oh, because of that, we're gonna have to get the 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 input field. Input field. Serialize field. Input field. Message input dot text. Okay. Input field. Oh my gosh, you are not the right input field. What are you? Text to mesh input field. No way you're just text mesh pro also. Text to mesh pro. Oh, what are you? Game object. No, no, no. What are you? Text mesh pro input field. TMP. I think I need TMP. TMP pro dot text input. Uh, input field. There we go. Okay, let's try that out again. Oh wait, did I remove? Did I remove the that code? Canvas input field. Yeah, let me just remove this. Host. Hello. No, didn't work. Why didn't it work? Sorry, guys. Let me just try to debug this. Debug.log help. Is it not return? Okay, there's help. If I'm here, there's help. That means this is not happening. Message history.text. Post. Hello. Okay, so it did send. Let's just find where it is. Okay, so hello is there. Where's the text? Oh no, it is there. Or are you not? What am I missing here? Why? You're there, but you're not there. Hold on. Let me just try to make this appear. What if we increase the size, font size? No, you're not appearing at all. Huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. That's okay. Character. We are very weird. Why did you work? Am I missing something? Extra UI. Hmm. Yeah, naka-anchor siya. It's supposed to be, it's already on top of the hello, but It's not. But I think I see now why I'm using the wrong text, Mesh Pro text. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think I'm using the wrong this one here. Remove. It should be UI, and then the player needs to be Text Mesh Pro UGUI, and I'm gonna be able to add this here. And I think that's good. Post. Hello. Boy. I didn't change it. This text should be down here. Hello. It is a bit too big. Make it a bit smaller. And then I think that should be good. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then what we can do here is when you press enter, send message, edit, send message, and then make the input field message input field text is equal to blank. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this works. So far, I only did it on the um, host. No? Hello. It didn't even clear. Ah, tama. Okay, host. Hello. That's okay. Now, question is, will it appear correctly in our client? Hi. Did that just overlap? Yeah, I did overlap. Okay. Huh? Kasi nag-on siya sa server also. So let's fix that. And also I noticed something wrong. Maybe not start client. On authority. Authority. Let's put this here. And then here, join. Okay. If I do a message here, hello, it will only appear here. If I do hi here, okay, okay. So what's happening here is that I did send a message. The thing is, um, we disabled it, no? Since we disabled it on the other clients, this one is not going to appear correctly. We need something, we need an action, a static, a private static action. So, sorry, medyo malaki na to, medyo. Private, I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you guys this. Private static action string. on edit. Action is, if you've done Gamprog 1, it's event dispatchers. If you haven't done Gamprog 1, action is like having to listen and to broadcast a message. So if you're listening to, let's say, the radio, um so radio, your current, they're in the radio, people are sending or like give you information, no? And whoever is listening to the radio gets that information. If you're not listening to the radio, okay lang. But still, the radio is still being sent data, messages. So if you're listening to it, then something will happen. Or at least you choose what will happen. So let's do that. Um I made it static. Static means it will happen everywhere. If everyone has the same thing. Okay. So let's do this. CMD on start authority. We're gonna listen to uh edit text. So on edit text, we're just gonna change. We're gonna do this one. And then when we press enter, when we press enter, CMD send message, RPC send message. Uh, is this right? Invoke. Tama ba to? I think. I think this. Oh wait. Edit text. Yeah, I think this is right. Let's try that out again. Host. Join. Hello. There we go. Hi. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Medyo bigla to. Everyone has the same action because it's static. So on start authority, meaning when the player starts to have control of the object, we immediately are listening to it. We are listening to this action. Meaning when on the server, when the server tells us this RPC send message, we're gonna invoke. And since everyone is listening to the same thing, this will happen to everyone. That's why this didn't work. This did not work a while ago because it was only happening for that client now. We had to use this one pala. We had to use this action so that everyone will be updated to who is receiving the same message. Okay, well that's for chat. This is not always the case, naman. You don't have to always use this. It's a case to case basis. In this case, we want everyone to receive the same no no same messages. And we're also using some UI stuff. Kaya we had to use this. All right. Uh wait lang. Trying to think. Yeah, yeah. Medyo naging heavy bigla tong part na to. But yeah, any questions so far? I think we can do a lighter one. A lighter one than that pala. questions, clarification, none. Okay, okay. Let's do a much lighter one on using command and RPC. Uh, and to do that, we're gonna go back to the player controller. Instead of the rigid body, we're gonna use just transform, and then we're gonna teleport it. Transform that position plus equals to movement times 100 vector 3. Maybe 20. Okay, this one, if I press space while I have a movement um pressed, it will jump to a position. But ang gagawin natin, a we're gonna remove the network rigid body. Network rigid body. Let's change it to the transform. Network transform. I'm not sure if this will be updated. Hold on. Let me just check if it updated network transform. Okay. 20 is too much. 5. Okay, 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 okay. I want you guys to notice something. Do you notice something on why am I hello world? Do you notice something on the on let's say okay, I'm on the client. Do you notice something on what's happening on the server? Anyone? Does it look a bit different? Host is smoother? Hold on. Nakita ko dun sa space. Lagging? No, hindi naman. Hindi naman lagging. But, tama. Tama si Tan. It is a bit smoother. There. You see, the one moving is on the right. Ah. This is the host. The client is the client. You see that it is trying to smooth it out a bit. But what I wanted was like ecstatic change ng ano no, ng transform. Because what I did, oh my god, the code that I have here is on space. I just changed the transform. I don't have any smoothing here, supposedly. Okay, so in order for you to do, if you want this to happen, we're gonna use the command and RPC. That way, you don't have to also use um the network transform. You don't have to use this anymore. So let's do that. We have the command. This is void cmd move, and then vector 3. Oh no, add movement. Add movement. Let's put a vector 3 here. Vector. Then we also do the RPC. Client RPC. Void RPC add movement. Vector 3 vector. In this case, this one will be vector. And then in here, we do RPC add movement, vector, and then finally CMD add movement. I CMD add movement, and there we go. So daming ano, no? Daming na nating steps just to replicate it onto everyone. Ah, forgot. Let us remove network transform. So this is purely just the play controller network identity lang. We don't have any of the network transform or network rigid body. Host, join. And you'll notice it now follows uh the the actual movement we want, where it's like jumping around though. Okay? Questions? Clarification? So this is much simpler. So if you don't want to replicate it, you can always just like only it's only happening on the server. Then sure, you don't have to put RPC anymore. But ano, ikaw bahala, right? So if there's a reason why you only wanted to send it to the server, maybe like to keep track of the score or something just within the server. Um, maybe you want to um like shoot an event, like when the player passes through this, it will the game will react by getting that message. The player passed through this. The server will react to do something, and then uh I don't know, just keep track of stuff lang. Okay? Questions? Clarification on what just happened in the past hour and almost a half? I know, medyo like, what the heck to? But actually, the action mismo is what? Very useful. Very useful when you want to do um, invoking and listening. Like on death, you know, but you learn from that somewhere else. Okay? Questions? Clarification? Anyone? None. Okay. Huh. Sige. For your exercise, aim at OT1. What I'm thinking is, yo, this is Camprog 2. Aim at OT1. I'm gonna change this. I swear, I'm gonna have to change all these. For OT1, I'm probably gonna ask you create any game you want. Just simple lang. You don't have to. You're not gonna have to create all the mechanics. But so what I want you guys to try to use is um command client RPC. I also want you to create your own HUD, where you have the um join or yung host or yung join, right? I want that. But again, I'm not looking for a whole ass game. I just want you to start creating it muna. Okay? So just try to use command and client RPC. This one, uh, 8 or 15? 8 na lang? 8? You're not really making a whole game. 8 to 15. Anything between 15. 15 that just deadline. Okay. But you can always submit it earlier, and you can always have it checked. For checking, I think if you want me to check it live, you can do so, or you can just send na lang yung repository link. No. Commit link of it. Okay. I'm gonna change our Dropbox. Don't mind this. I'm changing stuff here. Okay. Uh, so you can create if you want a chat feature. Go ahead. You can do copy. You can just copy this chat feature. Uh, if you want like an FPS game, or if not FPS game, maybe if you want a shoot 'em up game, is that still FPS? No, or 3D whatever game, you can go ahead. Just as long as I see you using command and client RPC, I'm fine with it. I'm gonna be checking how you use it, and maybe there's a way to optimize your code more. All right, is that clear? I'm also gonna add it here. I'm also gonna change the give a description for it. Clear. Okay, sige. So that's clear naman to everyone. If you have any more questions, feel free to just message me and or message here, right? But yeah, that's it nang for today. I'll be seeing you guys next week, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye bye.